Come on. Hustle all day, playboy non-stop. 24/7 on the grind, getting wild. If you ain't about your money, get your ass off the block. If you ain't about your money, get your ass off the block. Hustle all day, playboy non-stop. 24/7 on the grind, getting wild. If you ain't about your money, get your ass off the block. If you ain't about your money, get your ass off the block. You can bet your bottom dollar I'm a rider by the flows that I'm providing. Sliding slow with open tires round the corner, coasting by a flyer thing you ever seen. Your desire in your dream. Let the fire take you higher. I admire getting green, sitting clean. Hustle harder till I make it. If my daughter's sitting naked, fuck you starving. I'm a.
They did that back in the day.
Oh shit, Reggie's here. Oh,
What up?
You know what? Thank you. I don't know if you planned that. I don't know, but Reggie, you just made my day doing that, man. I thank you. Appreciate it.
The one and only godless Reggie.
I was not expecting that.
E80, coldest winter in the house. Big chicken in his BIE. You can just call me Jay. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Shit, chilling.
Yo, I'm happy to see all y'all. Happy New Year's, greetings, good tidings, good cheers, all that good stuff. Football is happening, but at this time of year when football is happening, it also becomes sad because then you start realizing, just like in any other sport, it's almost over. And that's some of the saddest times, bro. I remember, even though it was cold as hell, my senior year playing high school football, I was like, man, this might be the last time I ever get to put on some equipment, man. Freeze my balls off, like, bro. You try to enjoy the moment. And I know I ain't getting no football no time soon, so. And the NBA just ain't been doing it for me so far this year. Maybe later on, but.
I don't know. This year has been kind of a little bit iffy.
You know what, though? I've been thinking. I've been seeing a lot of highlights from different places. I don't actually TikTok, but I've been seeing like a different women's league. I think that maybe that's a good idea for
Yeah, it's like kind of like a retired WNBA women's league.
Oh, they got that going on?
Yeah, but I've been seeing what's the girl play?
I don't know who owns it. I can't think of her name, but I just saw a clip of her saying that they're gonna take care of WNBA players that get out of the league. You can come play with us. We're gonna still play competitive ball, and we're gonna take care of you and pay you guys.
Like a couple weeks ago, right?
They just started it?
Yeah, it just started.
I've been seeing highlights, and I've been seeing what's her name? Play for LSU.
I think it's called Legion.
Yeah, it's Reese. I've been seeing Angel Reese play. I've been seeing her play in a different league. I don't know what the fuck that league is, but I think that's a good idea for all sports.
Hey, get your bread, build it. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Oh man. So anybody got anything new, exciting, anything going on in your life, anything they want to share, any podcast they've been working on? Oh yeah, Reggie, shout out both your pods you've been doing, man. Still do to get on your hip hop one, bro.
Okay, that's what's up.
Oh, you got to shout it out?
Yeah, it's hip hop this week. It's hip hop this week. Basically, what I do is album reviews. Whenever something particularly comes out, the start of this year has been a little bit slow. The first week of this year, nothing literally came out. Last week, a couple. Oh yeah.
Man, Redman shit is nice, bro.
Yeah. He got his own. He got his own episode. For sure. That was one good thing that came out so far this year. Matter of fact, that's the best thing that came out this year so far. But yeah, I usually focus on that. Talk about news that's going on. Hasn't really too much been going on.
Man, we got
that's popular like a Diddy shit. But yeah, I basically focus on that, album reviews and things that's going on.
All right. You gonna say D80?
So I'm back to, inspired by C5 and Jay, whoever that is. They sent me a song called "Play Your Cards," man, and we turned it into an AI video. So I'm super excited about it. The song is ultra dope. Like it's
Thing.
crazy. And it's crazy dope. Like it's a mixture of like hip hop, funk, and just good shit, man. It makes you feel good. I don't even gamble, and I was like, man, I might go to Vegas on this shit. It is a really dope record. So thank you guys for inspiring me. I'm back to working on my AI film, 1994. I had a dispute with my family about some of the things I put in there and said, and you know, it kind of bothered me. And I think I'm past that point now, and I'm ready to do my thing. So I'm back to working on that.
Yeah, my only complaint is my muscles weren't big enough.
Yeah, you was a muscular dude, man.
All right, Big Chicken. Let's go ahead and let's get it started.
Big Chicken.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government.
This that make it go dumb shit. Walk up on them and I ask them where you from, bitch. Yeah, this that make it go dumb shit. Boy, I go and pop the trunk. Then...
Let's not waste no time. Let's talk about the national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
IO, and that is not a weed plant. That is a Buckeye.
Yes, it
Yo,
is.
shouts out to the Midwest and the Big Ten, but just overall Midwest football, it just representing. And I'm not gonna hate on the South at all, bro. They be having some amazing athletes, but I'll be feeling selfish. Like football feels like it belongs or was originated or just is the Midwest. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like that's football country. Yeah. You know, and I include not unfortunately, but not disrespectfully, but I still include Penn State, even though it's East Coast. Pennsylvania's East Coast, but I still consider it part of the Midwest. You know, whenever.
I do too, man. They got Quakers, nigga. That shit Midwest as fuck.
Damn. D80, take it away. Start us off, bro.
First off, I want to say congrats to Ryan Day, because it was just a few weeks ago that we were calling for your neck, and I wasn't the only one.
It sure was
on this show here.
It was me. It was me.
I ain't say nobody's names.
I'm gonna let them know. I said it. Now I say it again. Come next year.
Shit. And I just want to say that congrats to him. Congrats to Chip Kelly for bailing on his team, former team, UCLA, and coming out here and giving us what we needed. Because to be honest with you guys, for the past couple of years, Ryan Day calling plays and trying to run the head coaching job might have just been too much. And I just believe that whatever Chip Kelly brought to the table pushed him over the hump. Not to mention the squad that they had was fucking phenomenal. But in the year, they proved that they could be beaten. And to be honest with y'all, and you know, you say whatever you want, but to be honest with y'all, I think that's what made the game more exciting, knowing that Ohio State could fall apart at any minute because they have before. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that just added to the intrigue of the game. I'm not going to hold that against them. They're national champions, so salute.
Reggie, you want to go to C5? Either what do you think?
I just want to say that. Go ahead, Reg. Go ahead.
No, you can go.
I just wanted to say that. Well, I think it was the Notre Dame's quarterback said it. That both of these teams all year have been praising God and giving respect back to Jesus. And I think it was great that they're both representing in the national championship after seeing everything that has been going on at Ohio State and Notre Dame this past season. I think that's a big W for the Catholic and Christian community. So shout out to all of them, and shout out to them for shouting out Jesus. I think that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, they did. They did put it on.
I think that the game was kind of predictable as far as the outcome. I figured Ohio State would win. They deserved to win. They were the better team, better offense, better defense. I'm not 100% sold on better coaching. To D80 point, I think that Chip Kelly did a great job with what he had. when it really counted. I said that the head coach, if he'd have lost his game, he should have fucking got fired. For sure.
Yeah.
Overall, what I think is truthfully, it's not Ohio State's fault who they had to play. They played who they played, and they whooped ass. But I just don't feel that Oregon got rewarded enough for the regular season victories, right? I feel like as a gift to them, you had to face Ohio State.
Yeah, but we were a lower seed, Reggie.
I think that
we
the
were like
system is still a little bit flawed. Not as it used to be. It's getting better. But I think until you make it what's the right word? Exponent of 4, I think that it's going to be a little off because I think that the top teams are still playing the top teams. And like the teams that aren't even built like them are getting higher seeds. That would be my only complaint. But other than that, Ohio State did a good job.
I everything everybody said has a whole bunch of realness and validity and dope ass points. I'm trying to take away from anything anybody said.
You play who's in front of you.
You play who's in front of you. All my life, at least as far as I know, you went out there and no matter who you play, you go out there and the objective is to win. Every team this season, except for maybe Oregon, and even Oregon started off rocky where people just didn't believe in the beginning of the season, but they continued to win. Georgia stumbled quite a few times. Texas stumbled quite a few times. Ohio State stumbled. Penn State stumbled. Notre Dame stumbled. They lost to Northern Illinois. Still found a way to make it.
This was the year of stumbles for everybody.
Right.
Alabama for sure.
Yeah, in Boise State, regardless of how people feel about them, man, they won the game necessary to win. Up until that point, besides Ohio State, they outplayed Oregon the best all season. And they had one of the best players on that roster.
And they could have beat them the first time.
Yeah, and they could have beat them the first time. I don't have no complaints. I think it worked out right. What people don't understand, man, it's football, period. Some teams that you expect to show up and win it all are not, and sometimes lower seeds or other teams who scrap and not maybe on that same level will get blown out, and sometimes they will upset. And that's what we love. That's why we love seeing us when they happen.
Indiana should have never been there.
But Indiana deserved to be there, man. They was in the best conference this season and only lost to Ohio State.
Bro, they did not, man. They proved it, man.
No, man. They played Notre Dame, the team that ended up. It's not fair because their only loss was their 2 losses were to the 2 teams that played in the national championship.
They were the only teams that they played, period.
You play what you say. You play who they put in front of you.
I'm talking about the national championship. I wasn't talking about last light.
I'm just saying they only losses are to the 2 national championships.
How do you get away from the teams that you got away from in the Big Ten?
Wait 1 second. Hold on, wait. Because Jamar, the reason why it's not you play who's in front of you is because these teams schedule their out of conference play and then their interconference play. So Indiana avoided playing the biggest teams in the Big Ten. And end up playing Ohio State pretty much at the end of the season where they got their rank already, which is fine with me. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't have anybody else talking about the fact that they got a $20 million roster. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's talking about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a big issue, a whole thing going on in Indiana because they just basically took Deion Sanders' model and tried to make it here in the Big Ten, and it didn't work. I mean, okay, I'm not saying it didn't work. It got them to the playoff, but it exposed a lot of shit.
Indiana has never been in contention or whatever case for anything in the past, whatever case years in football. And look at them. They made it to the playoffs. They went with only 1 loss regular season thing. That means that has to count for something for them.
All right. Sure.
So, I mean, overall, all I can say is this, and even for Ryan Day.
I'm sorry. I had cut. Reggie was saying something, though.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Reggie.
And 4 Big Ten teams got in.
Yeah. So, I mean, they just play who they play, and they got to end up getting a weaker Big Ten team. They still played in the Big Ten and not in the Pac. the used to be Pac-12 or the Big 12 or the Conference USA or whatever conference out there. And they survived and they scuffed and they grinded their way through it. So shouts out to everybody who made the playoffs. And thank goodness for well, they tried to do it, but thank you for Alabama losing like they lost. And some of these other teams, they would have kept trying to just stuff teams in there just because of the conference they came from and not deserve it.
Yeah,
I'm for Indiana. I was for all day, every day, Indiana getting over a 3-loss Alabama team who lost to Vanderbilt.
But listen, how many Division I teams is it? And you mean to tell me that out of all the Division I teams in America, 4 teams from the Big Ten get a chance to get in? That's not fucking fair. That's weird.
Well, I mean, so what you got? Ohio State, Penn State, Indiana, and Oregon, right? Oregon number 1.
Yeah.
Ohio State for sure was one of the top 12 teams. Indiana's record in conference they play in keeps them in the hunt. And then Penn State, when Penn State's only loss was to who?
Ohio State.
Yeah.
Look, this the formula. This the formula for the next 4 years, at least, right?
Mhm.
It's gonna be 3 or 4 Ohio. It's gonna be 3 or 4 fucking Big Ten teams, right? It's gonna be 3 or 4 SEC teams, Notre Dame, and somebody.
We'll see. Hey man, get that thing off my face, man. That's ultra disrespectful.
I'll leave it like this before we go on to the next thing because we still got more stuff to cover. But I'll just say I like the playoffs overall. It worked out. Don't mess with the model because then they'll turn around and be like, oh well, so and so all the teams that had a bye lost. Guess what? There's times it happens in the NFL every now and then with 3 to 4, 3 to 2, or one of the whatever case teams lose or something like that. You lose, you win, you win. Like, yo, so there's some people that probably would have loved to get that break to get healthy.
Yeah, you gotta win, man.
Yeah, you gotta
Notre
win.
Dame getting in. Listen, Notre Dame getting in every fucking year, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Every year. Book it.
So, what we got next, Big Chicken?
Well, we're not away from OSU yet. We got Devin Brown transferring the day after the national championship to Cal.
Shouts out to him. Thank you, because I did not want to see the Buckeyes play with a quarterback wearing number 33.
What? Where'd he go?
Cal.
To Cal.
Oh, okay, great. Wow.
I'm going back to Cali.
Going back to Cali.
Shouts out Devin Brown, man. He could have been left and got a jump on it, but he chose just in case the Buckeyes needed him, being the number 2 guy, and he rolled and waited to the end to go ahead and pick a time to go leave, and he's gonna get a chance to be a starter somewhere, and hopefully he stays healthy. Knock on wood.
Man, this college shit is out of control, man.
It's crazy.
It's just out of control. And you know what? Like anybody that doesn't like it, including myself, it's jealousy. Because it's just like they just getting so much money, man. And they can just be like, you know what? I ain't playing for you. Oh, you got $4 million? You. Right. It's just like they're pimping themselves out. I'm not even mad at the situation, but I am jealous.
I'm a little bit of everything. A little bit. I'm not mad. I just hate to see what eventually this is going to turn into.
You think he renegotiated after he got that championship? He was like, I'm championship caliber quarterback now, man.
Nah, they gonna be like, yo ass on the bench now for all the Hey, them motherfuckers, when you did come in, they ain't let you throw the ball. They told you to run.
That's funny.
But yo, shout out to the backup. The backup can get a bag, then it's all for it. I'm not mad at these players getting paid, man. Get your money, young man. Get your money. But you know the saying goes. Biggie said it best: more money, more problems. Now you're giving people who don't need to have access to these kids because they got all the wrong intentions, and that's just going to continue to worsen. And hopefully, we find a common ground to keep these kids getting paid. But let's clean some things up with it. Even that with the transfer portal. I think the transfer portal probably is a little bit of just as much or maybe a little bit more of an issue with a lot of people. But it evened the playing field out in my opinion, because now Alabama's not sitting on 3 years worth of NFL talent. Guys is like, I'm out.
Yeah,
And it
yeah, I
even
like
plays for it.
that.
Yeah,
That's very true.
They was hoarding that shit for some
they was
years.
hoarding. Yeah. So I mean, it changes. You can see it affecting everybody.
Ohio State did it too, though.
Yeah, Ohio State. Yeah. So it's
They did. Miami too, at one point.
Miami tried.
USC. Oh no, they did.
USC tried. USC
In the
tried
early
to do
two-
everything with California.
in the early
did.
2000s, but it was short lived though.
Yeah.
What we got next, Chicken?
Well, let's go to the other national championship team and let's talk about them being able to keep their top O line and running back.
Yo,
Notre Dame.
yeah, they just need again a quarterback.
I mean, that's not a hard thing to come by.
They got the money. They got the money now. But the only thing about Notre Dame is like with them, you gotta have academics though. You can't just be any old body. You got to be smart with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only hurdle they got. That's the only hurdle Notre Dame has ever had, because I think a lot of kids naturally just want to go to Notre Dame. As a kid, naturally, I like Notre Dame. For what reason? I can't tell you. I just did. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't hate Notre Dame growing up. I feel you in that.
So that's the only barrier. Like I just was mentioning before, they got a cheat code already with the fact that they don't have to play in a conference, right? You got Army, Navy, Air Force. That's 3 quick dubs right there. Boston
and
College.
On TV every freaking Saturday.
Right. Them is more dubs. So they got pretty much an easy path to get to the championship game. You got 6 ACC teams, right? You can cherry pick the fuck out of that too. Duke, North Carolina, any basketball team you want to pick, right? And you in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's an interesting job, but it's just you got to be smart. You can't be the type that just want to be a career college player. You got to, have them grades.
C5, you got something you want to add?
I don't know. I agree with you where you're saying that a lot of people want to go there, but I would almost say that the job's harder on the dude scheduling the games. Because like you're saying, they could have a really easy road or not, depending on how these games are scheduled the next 5 years, 4 or 5 years.
But look, C5. Look at the last 5. Look how many times, because do you know the situation with them? You know they're kind of an ACC team, right? You know that situation, right?
Yeah.
Look how many times they play Clemson in the past 5 years. You're gonna be like, come on now. And I'm a fan.
You haven't had the hardest ACC schedule.
Hell no.
Oh, we'll see. What we got next, Chicken?
Still not past Notre Dame. We got their defensive coordinator possibly going to the Bengals.
Oh yes, saw that.
The Bengals need help with the defense, so hopefully he got a good scheme for him, because that's a tough job. They got all the weapons in the world on offense, but on defense, it's rough.
I thought they would have stole old boy back from Coach Prime. He was the DB coach, the defensive coordinator for the Buffaloes. But they'll take Golden, and Golden had a pretty good defense against Ohio State. So
let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, he adjusted well.
Yeah, he did.
Start Penn State when they needed it to be done too. So,
but I'll tell you, the Bengal defense is the weakest part of that team. So he's got a lot cut out for him, even though nobody wants to admit it.
Yeah, a tough role to take.
Hold on, wait a minute. Do you think it's a tougher job than being an offensive line coach there?
But what team? The Bengals?
Yeah.
I think right now, yeah, probably. That's a pretty tough job.
Damn, the Bengals offensive line, bro. That could not be. I would have been fired. I'm a joke.
Not my first NFL job. I ain't taking that.
Nah.
But you know,
bro,
they're
But to
gonna
get into the NFL, if that's your shot, that's your only offer you
that's
got.
true.
nah, bro. Sometimes you gotta say no.
that better be their focus.
Some things are impossible, guys. Let's just be honest here. Some things are impossible.
This is all they giving me. Damn, I quit. I'm gonna stay for the first check, maybe the first two.
I'm going back to college.
Stay till the
Man, fuck
benefits
this.
kick in.
Bitch, I'm Jim Harbaugh.
I'm retiring. I'm retiring, so then they can just like let me. So I ain't get fired. I'm gonna retire before the season starts. Like,
I'm gonna go to Michigan and cheat for about 5 years, real quick, come back, and it's on.
Yeah, I have not going to the Bengals. No. You want to coach his O-line? Nope. All right, let's talk about these motherfucking Beavers, baby.
Who?
The Penn State.
Why we want to talk about Penn State?
They running backs.
Them
and
helmets
they
say it
QB
all
came
right
back.
there to me.
The Nittany Lions. My bad, the Nittany Lions.
Wait, they really got Drew Aller back?
Yeah.
Bro,
Why the
we
fuck
know we're
would
gonna
he
run the
do
ball.
Bro, they got two of the best running backs in the game, though.
But they feel like they got unfinished business, and to a degree they do. It's just come next season, the same thing's gonna happen again. I hate to say it, Reggie. I'm just being honest. With Drew Aller back there, it's just gonna be more of the same. No passing game, run, quarterback sneak, tight end. That's it.
Is 44 coming back?
Yeah. Well, hold on. I don't know.
No,
Hold on. Wait,
I think he's a
44
senior.
Magnum come back.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Yeah,
for
he's a
sure.
senior, so I don't think he's coming back.
I don't know for sure. I shouldn't have said that. I don't know for sure. But if he does, that they're gonna have a fucking problem. But in my opinion, the talent on the field is not the issue. The offensive scheme and lack of diversity is the issue. You can call every Penn State play. I hate to say it, it's just facts. I'm not, I like actually like Penn State. Not like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like I think they got a dope team. I actually like Coach Franklin. I just think he's too hands off with the offense, man. And that's not gonna cut the mustard.
Well, you know what? Shouts out to Penn State. I'll see them going 10-2 again or 11-1, making the playoffs because of the way that they're built off a good defense and strong physical run game. We can start getting into this offseason when other teams are bullied and wore down. I could see them damn near coming up with the same results as this year. You know, so
contrary to popular belief, man, I like Penn State's wide receiver, man. I think they got a good core.
Oh, wide receivers.
Oh God, see, okay.
You being funny. You talk about Julian Fleming.
I'm not being funny. I mean, I'm seriously. They got a really good wide receiver group, man. They got a solid group, but they just don't throw the fucking ball that much. It's just weird, man. I don't know. I don't get it.
I thought both of them like transferred.
I don't know. All I know, I was talking about last season. I don't know who they got now.
Yeah.
I just talking about they had a nice wide receiver core, man. I just don't know why they didn't use them. I can't explain that. Like I could, and I thought about back to Tressel, right?
Yeah.
You remember they had a thing called Tressel ball. Like he loved playing the field position game and defense. That was his fucking calling card. Now, even though he did use some of the spread offense, but that was not his thing. His thing was running the fucking football and throwing when you have to. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't pretty, but that shit fucking worked. And I believe that Franklin school of thought is along that Tressel ball lines. The only fucking difference is you ain't Jim Tressel. Sorry, I'm sorry.
You ain't got that team neither. You ain't got that kind of running back neither.
He ain't got that. Nope.
But to be honest with y'all, Reese didn't even play all those games. Like he only played maybe 7 games in a championship. So I mean, I get he was effective in those games, but what I'm trying to say is that you gotta be you can't just be so predictable, man. Like, now, granted, well, never mind. I'm not gonna get into Saquon and all that other stuff. Y'all know the history of Pistons.
Oh. Well, I mean, Reggie, you got anything else to add to that, or you just ready for the next season?
Bottom line is, until you get a real passing attack where people are actually scared of you and they don't got 6 and 7 in the box on you on every play, you're kind of predictable. We know either you're gonna run it up the middle, you're gonna pitch it,
or throw it to the back,
screen.
running backs out the backfield, or throw it to the tight end.
Right. The tight end, you can't stop him. But again, he's probably a senior. The running backs is nice. But again, you have to put some kind of fear in the defensive back's
Gotta
heart.
stretch the field.
You got to. And if you can't, you're one dimensional.
Next up, what Big Chicken's gonna read. I just want to forewarn you. I already know how Reggie gonna sound to some of my cohorts on this next part, but I'm gonna read it. Go ahead and introduce the Big Chicken, and I'll read what Saban said.
Nick Saban speaks on NFL coaches complaining about today's players from college and how the portal and NIL has changed things.
Basically, I'll read what Nick Saban said, and then let you guys rebuttal. The whole idea of what college used to be is not there anymore. I mean, it used to be you went to college to develop value for your future. Now people are going to college to see how much money they can make. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you change the whole dynamic of the importance of getting an education. Making good decisions and choices about what you do and what you don't do to create value for your future. You change that whole dynamic and the idea that these guys are free agents twice a year and they can just go whenever they want. I mean, I got NFL coaches calling me complaining about these guys that have no ability to sustain and persevere and overcome adversity because they never had to do it. They just pack up and leave as soon as something doesn't go their way. That's what I always enjoyed about college, developing those things that help guys be successful. I will say this before y'all respond. Majority of Alabama players that have played for Nick Saban always come back and says that he was always very big on them, not only on the field, but demanding that there's certain things for them to carry on to be good people off the field and future in their life. Now you can go ahead and do what y'all do.
I'm not saying anything about the coaching aspect of Nick Saban's character. But what I am going to say is that he's full of shit. This is the same person that left LSU. This is the same person that jumped ship from Miami after saying he wasn't leaving and promising this and promising that. And when they opened up that bag, he took a splash. A nice one. So he's doing exactly what these students are doing. Matter of fact, he gave the model. It's just that students didn't have the authority to make the same moves that these coaches do. And we will always say, when a coach leaves a school, damn, what about the recruits? Oh, man, he just committed there. The coach gone. He done make 5, 10, 15 more $million. And you stuck at the school like, man, this nigga was in my living room crying with my mama getting me here. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
NJ, you know you can say what you want. I don't care.
Yeah, aren't we all trained to move on? Right. So I'm agreeing with, well, I'm not agreeing necessarily. I don't agree with Nick Saban. I just think that he laid a model that a lot of people follow, man, and now the students do it. Like, if the coaches didn't do this kind of stuff, I don't think students would be trying to do this stuff. But they laid these foundations for them.
A lot of these coaches don't know how to handle not being in power anymore, right? Because it used to be they were the ones of the threat of trade.
My statue out front.
If you don't follow how I play, then I'm going to be the one that is influencing the decision on whether or not you get packed up tomorrow and sent somewhere else. right? And
Or
that's
don't
how
start for 2 years.
that's how all these games have always been, that these players have been able to get packed up and moved wherever, whenever, right? You can cut them, you can trade them, you can do whatever you want with these players. And now that they have a little bit of power, these coaches don't really understand that, hey, maybe I should work with these guys and try to make them happy and give them what they want. So then that way I get what I want too. You know, it's a win-win situation. You know, sitting here and complaining about the things that have been put into place. Like, I don't know what everyone thought was going to happen when we started paying college players. You know, like I've been saying from the start, it's basically a miniature NFL now. You know, like, and now the players can pack up and do whatever they want. Those were the rules that were written. If you don't like them, maybe the rules should have been written differently.
Well, before I go, NJ, how when I'm here, the reason why they muted you is because they muted you and because I'm here. Because if I would have been there, it wouldn't have happened. And I put in the chat and told them don't mute you. But anyway, it's kind of funny what Nick Saban is saying, that a person will come to him, because it's kind of seemed like, all right, they coming and you complaining about some good old boy shit in a way, right? They coming complaining to you because they can do what the fuck they want, right? But at the same time, whoever's coming to you complaining, making these complaints, they're not really making sense. And the reason why is because, yes, on one hand, the college players now can do as they please. If they don't want to play for a particular team, they can go wherever the fuck they want. But once you come to the NFL, that's not the game. You signed the contract that you're at the disadvantage of when you're in the NFL. So I don't know why anybody, yeah, especially on a rookie contract. So I don't know why anybody would come telling you any motherfucking thing, because once they get into the NFL, you got them by the balls. So I don't see why a person would come complaining to you about anything, Nick Saban.
Valid, dope points to make. And C5 said it best, that the difference is in the NFL, when these guys mess up, when they do something wrong, the one thing that they do know how to do is to respond to when their money is being affected. They're late for practice, so they want to be disobedient. They don't want to be, whatever the case, they can be fined. If they don't want to follow certain procedures, certain team protocols, rules, they can be fined. So you have some way or some straight form of fashion with you being a coach and these players making more than you a lot, but some way to tip the scales to still get what you need out of these kids, out of these young players or these older players, these veterans, whatever case, that feel that they may not want to listen or think that they are bigger than the program. I think from a standpoint of, when my brother said it best, from the standpoint of him laying the blueprint of like, yo, for whatever reason, I don't like it here. He can jump ship or whatever the case and stuff like that. And coaches, period, in sports, college and pros, being able to just kind of leave, pick and choose when they want to leave or not. I understand that. And that goes into the fact of the transfer portal for some of these kids who get promised things by coaches, and then the coaches dip off and now these kids can leave. I believe that, huh?
I'm talking to NJ. She says she's still blocking. I just told her, no, she's not.
So I believe that what he's more or less speaking on is that these kids, when they're being tested or hitting adversity, because they think they should start but aren't ready to start. And so instead of growing and becoming better players, they're transferring. We're also starting to see some of these kids probably should have stayed where the hell they was at. And then they got to live with these decisions, evidently, and stuff. But I truly think Nick Saban enjoyed because I've seen videos of him or whatever case with this thing, his kids, and he brings the kids to this thing, and his wife has spoken on to how they have this relationship and they develop, and he's hard on these kids, these young men, trying to make them also become men. I believe at some point, maybe when he got to Alabama, he's really started to give a fuck about that aspect for whatever reason. He made his bones, so he ain't have nothing else to do but the kid for whatever reason. So for him It's disheartening, but it's disheartening for anybody when you see something you love or how you grew up or how you become accustomed to it, to watch it change and you do feel powerless. Or when you come in and you got a game plan for this kid that you recruited, and instead of talking about how he can get better, you need to talk about how much he's going to pay for next season.
Where the money at?
Where the money at? And so that's hard. And so he did the best thing he could do. He could have stayed in the game and just been there and not gave a fuck and Alabama's got the money to pay, but he felt like he couldn't do it no more. And he bowed out. And so I think it's a mixture of everything y'all said, what you can hold him to. And I do feel that him and some of these other people are people who actually just do care and they know what comes along with this, especially because the one thing that's NFL has that college doesn't have right now is rules and regulations in some shape, form, or fashion to help keep some of these sharks that are coming for these kids. And that's probably the one thing that is missing in college football or college sports is the regulation to help hold back some of these sharks. I don't think it's that old. It's always about that mentality like, yo, you got to do what the fuck I say, da-da-da-da-da. It's like, where is some semblance of being able to control these outside? If you can control the outside factors, it's easier to deal with these kids compared to they got all these unnecessary people, not only in their ears, but in their parents' ears who have never seen this money either. And now coming in their living room like, yo, your son's, yeah, he might have paid $1 million at Alabama, but fuck it, even though he balled out, he can make $3 million at Texas A&M. You know what I'm saying? Like just these different people. And some of these kids, again, no regulation. Some of these kids is not even getting paid when they transfer or whatever the case. They're getting screwed over. Or vice versa is fucked up because of the rules and regulations. The kid at Wisconsin wouldn't let him transfer because he did the NIL deal and he signed a 2-year agreement for his NIL deal.
Wow.
Yeah, so so it's like yeah. So and he got the transfer anyways, like, and the NCAA was like, well, yes, he did that, but you as a football program, Wisconsin, you can't stop him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they let him transfer.
Well, the only thing the NCAA can do is take away his eligibility, right, to play.
Yeah, they could affect that.
Would be the only thing that they have. So if he didn't transfer under their guidelines, he would just lose the season, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Sound like he wants to be.
Yeah, so he ended up winning, but there's like, okay, how do we where's the accountability? Now, because again, money's involved. Now you're gonna have some serious people sitting there like, yo, where's the fucking Jeremiah Smith left tomorrow? And I'm sure he's got bomb ass NIL deals thrown at him. It's gonna be a lot of upset people, not just football players or coaches. So that's all. But
I don't know. Like I was saying, it's hard to hate on a system that you built.
That's true, and that you ain't benefiting no more.
I mean, well, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, no kids were getting paid. So
they was all being paid.
Well, I mean, yeah, but not in the limelight, right? So you didn't have to worry about all this other bullshit, like you were saying, all these other outside factors.
Yeah. All right, what y'all want to do next? Y'all want to do NFL, or y'all want to go to basketball, or y'all want to go to? You really don't have much news.
I'm excited to hear about that tennis, bro.
You ready to go to tennis already?
Oh, I didn't know. I said NFL, but we could do it. I don't care. Did you get the thing I sent in the chat?
Yep. Let's go.
I normally don't rap about shit like this, but I figured, what the hell? Niggas gon' ride, niggas gon' ride, niggas gon' ride each and every night. Niggas gon' ride, niggas gon' ride, niggas gon' ride each and every night. Niggas gon' ride, niggas gon' ride, niggas gon' ride each and every night. The sun don't shine where I stay, niggas getting built in my hood every day. Every night I'm on my knees looking for a way. Please don't forgive me, I got an AK. Niggas know, don't shine where I stay, niggas getting Hooked in my hood every night I'm on my knees looking for a way. Please don't forgive me, I got an AK. Niggas know, don't shine where I stay.
That's all I had to do.
Y'all killed me with that song, man. Like, man, this is talking about tennis. But anyway, and this is a Buckeye. Salute to the Buckeyes, national champions. That's what's up. So, listen, a semi is here like it's coming to America. I'm trying to told you, the finals are coming to a wrap. And what that means, you have the best of the best of the best at the Aussie Open, the Australia Open, the AO, the A Open. I told you got more names in the hood rat in China. But anyway, listen. The main thing that I'm looking at here is that match in the the match in the upper right-hand corner. And that is America's own Ben Shelton versus the number one player in the world, Yannick Sinner. And he's from Poland. And that boy ain't no joke. This is going to be Ben Shelton's toughest match of his young career. Now, you may not look at Ben Shelton and see the fact that he is, African-American or whatever, but he is. He kind of reminds you of that Kane Brown kind of look with the fuzzy hair, whatever. But the motherfucker is bad too. He has heart and he has stamina and he has agility. That means he can last these long 5-set matches with Yannick Sinner. But the one thing Yannick Sinner has over Ben Shelton and Yannick Sinner has is over everybody is the motherfucker's just bad. That's it. Now, the next part we have that I wanted to talk about, I don't think I gave a graphic, but I'm going to talk about it anyway, is the fact that Coco lost. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Coco lost. She lost to Paula Baldosa of Spain. And Paula Baldosa looks like she's like a freaking model. And when she just plays tennis, she just looks so graceful, man. I lose too. I couldn't focus. I'm sorry. But Coco was a favorite to win the Australian Open. We all knew she could do it. She plowed through the competition. I'm telling y'all, she was no fucking joke at all. But when it comes to Paula Baldosa, they got the it's like she's fighting herself. And then once she gets into her head, she starts making mistakes, and Baldosa just capitalized on that. And the last part is my man from Spain, the Spaniard, the young gun, young Los Carlos Alcaraz, did lose to Novak Djokovic. And it was not the type of loss that he went out there and just got his ass whooped. It wasn't that kind of way. Check this out, y'all. And I think, and I don't want to think this, but I think this, but I'm going to tell y'all what I'm thinking. Watch this. Novak Djokovic was losing to Carlos Alcaraz in the first set, 4-6. He was getting his ass waxed that whole set, yo. I'm serious. The score sounded close, but it really wasn't close. Then he gets the injury. They take him off court. He goes in the back for a little while. Carlos Alcaraz, the whole crowd, everybody like, what the fuck? He comes back out, smokes Carlos Alcaraz like crack on the first of the month. I'm telling you, it was crazy. It was like a master class, man. It was so dope the way he did it. Like, and all of a sudden, and then even Carlos got upset at one point. He started mocking Djokovic, like holding his leg like that. Like, man, he over there faking. You ain't hurt. And it just kind of, and then one of the commentators even said, "Hey, I hope he didn't fake that injury to kind of throw." Well, yes, ma'am. Yes, he is. NJ, salute to you. She on her point. Yeah. And actually, he should be right if he wins this match. Thank you for bringing it up, NJ. If he wins this match, NJ, he'll be guaranteed in the top 10. So this is a big match for him against Yannick Sinner. So it's not just for the money that he'll get. It's also for that ranking, because that ranking also brings money, which brings more opportunity and most other stuff. But anyway, let me get back to it. So Novak Djokovic whooped Carlos Alcaraz's ass up and down that court after it was over. And some people think that he faked that injury because he needed to take the momentum back and take some of that momentum from Carlos, because Novak Djokovic is 38 years old and Carlos Alcaraz is 21. So he tried, you know what I'm saying? So he just tried to take that momentum back because he know Carlos can't get it back. I don't know. It was a mental thing. But regardless or not, he's in the Final Four and it's going down. And that's my segment for tennis. Salute.
Leave me on the court. It's going down.
Yeah. He said.
Oh, that's crazy. Let's go NBA.
All right, let's get it.
Where's the intro? Is the intro on?
Oh, you lost the intro?
Pulling up, I'm pulling up, I'm pulling up. Heard you were looking for me. I'm pulling up, pulling up, I'm pulling up. Heard you were looking for me. I'm pulling up, I'm pulling up.
I love Chris
I'm
Rich.
pulling up, I'm pulling.
So to get started with the NBA, we got a little recap from last week's big matchup. We got to talk about how the Cavs were looking stupid out there.
Man, I'm not trying to hear your shit. You know what? You win, Big Chicken. How about that? How about that?
The Thunder was out there whooping ass. You know, the whole game, the Cavs were looking stupid.
We play again.
There was hella turnovers caused from OKC. So that was really what was the big factor in that game, was defense and turnovers. Cavs couldn't keep the ball in their possession to go on any runs. But it was a good game, nonetheless. I'm proud to see OKC winning, man. It's a good week for me.
And that's why y'all only got a Love's gas station in Oklahoma City. That's it.
Supersonic.
I'm hating. I don't care. You call it how I'm saying it. Hey.
No, I really think that this has a big potential of being the finals matchup this year. So keep your eyes peeled on the playoffs for the Cavs and OKC to see how they do. This week in the NBA is being marketed as Rivals Week, which looking at it, there's only a couple Rivals games, I feel like. But yesterday was Knicks versus Nets. And the Knicks won in a low-scoring game, 99-95.
That's funny.
It was close, nonetheless. Good game. Very exciting up in the fourth quarter. The last couple minutes. I'm not really sure. I didn't watch it. It was on Max, but I didn't tune into it. I'm not sure.
Anybody know any Nets players?
Yeah, that's what I was going
Ben
to say.
Simmons.
D-Lo.
This guy said D-Lo. You disrespectful to that, Big Chicken.
Hey, but he hooped. You can't be mad at me. He hooped.
He did. Yeah,
He put up his,
points.
once a month 25-point game. Come on.
And this way you said it, Big Chicken, was even worse. D-Lo.
D-Lo.
But why this nigga Reggie said Ben Simmons?
No, they got a squad.
He on the team, right?
Yeah, he is, I think. I hope.
Man.
Maybe.
No, I don't think he's on either team.
He ain't on the squad no more?
He's not listed on
Who they
Google.
gonna trade him for?
Let me rephrase.
I'm about to say, man, I think he's still on there. Yeah, he's still on the team. I just don't think he's been playing.
He's taking a sabbatical again. His feelings is hurt this time.
No career.
He's sick. He has an illness right now. He is unavailable.
Oh,
He got choked with Titus. That shit is serious.
The other highlight player was Cat. He had 25 and 16 rebounds.
He need to
That
go to jail.
motherfucker's going crazy this year on the rebounds. I'm glad he's shaking it up over there on the Knicks.
You guess how much he's making this year?
Who? Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons, yes.
How much?
$40 million.
My dog.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Rip.
Man.
Oh, year. Woo!
That is amazing.
That is
Fuck
crazy.
crypto. I'm about to be like Ben
Ooh,
Simmons.
Salute. Yeah, he
that
okay.
ain't
Yeah, I
right.
get it.
I
I
showed you how to do this, son.
thank you, Reggie, for telling me that. I will never say anything bad about Ben Simmons ever after that. Thank you, Ben Simmons. You
Yeah,
just
he
taught me
is.
right.
Listen, he is the real living last Don. He is.
Yeah, that man. Oh, that just made me excited. I got hope now.
Yep. Hey,
I
DA,
can make it.
hey,
I can
put a little
make
bit in the baggie. And
I
then
can
put it
it.
This is
Hot
crazy.
dog.
Listen, last year he played 15 games, 42, 58, 57. He played 30 games this year, though, believe it or not.
I don't
Hey,
believe.
man, listen. It's
And there are only 42 games in the season, so he's doing pretty good.
oh yeah. Oh, he
Right,
played how
that's a
many
lot for him.
games so far?
The halfway,
played
40,
30 games.
42 games.
He
Should
played
be
how many of them?
30.
30.
Oh, that's good. He earned his check.
That's good for him.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
good for him.
That's what I'm saying. He's working
$40
hard.
million.
this year.
Yeah.
40 million. Come on now.
Hey,
He only averaged
you can scam, you can
6.3
scam,
points out
come
here
on.
now.
That's tough, bro. I remember when he used to be balling.
Hey,
Yesterday, we also had the Nuggets versus the 76ers. And the Nuggets had a huge win, 144 to 109.
damn, that was worse than the ass whooping the Cavs got.
Yeah. Jokic was able to record his fourth straight triple-double.
But I bet you Ben, what's his name didn't play, did he?
No.
Embiid.
Embiid didn't play, no.
I don't count if Embiid ain't play against Jokic.
No,
Yeah,
that
never
it
caught,
don't
man,
count.
but at least he actually hurt.
Andre Drummond had 8 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds to
Big only get
Jokic's
5 boards.
27
Right.
points, 10 assists, and 13 rebounds.
Yeah, I ain't gonna cut it.
Man, they need to
Maxey,
get Jimmy buckets.
Tyrese Maxey was hooping though. He was their highlight player with 28
usual.
points. Yeah, per
Yeah.
usual. He's the only one earning his fucking check out there.
Hey man, they need to trade Embiid while he got some tread in his tire and some work to his name.
He got traded.
I don't
one
even
of
know
his
if he
sides.
has much worth to his name anymore, bro. Because
The other
if
side
I'm
blew out.
if I'm a GM, I'm sitting here looking at how many games he's playing, how much effort he's putting forth, and I'm just not buying into it.
Hey, put him, Ben Simmons, and Zion Williamson all in the same squad.
And then you'll see them motherfuckers play maybe once a season.
Zion, he gonna give you this way. Zion gonna give you every year. He gonna give you 20 highlight amazing dunks, and that's all he gonna get.
And then he gonna get hurt, and then you're gonna forget about him, and then he gonna come back.
Damn.
He's too fat.
Damn.
That's why he keep getting hurt.
Yeah, he's too big for sure.
All right. Was there something else you got?
Tonight's matchups are T-Wolves versus the Mavs.
Go Mavs.
Go Mavs.
And we also got the Warriors versus the Kings.
Go Warriors.
Yeah, for sure.
The Kings are
mean-
looking sad this year.
The Kings have been looking sad this year. I was expecting them to do way more. Last year they were on a roll. They were doing pretty good, and then it just seems like something happened this year. I don't know what.
Fire the coach.
Fire the coach, and they keep drafting very good point guards, masquerading them as 2 guards, and they're undersized, and then they trade away somebody and never get back the worth of what they gave up. I think they did it 2 years in a row. They got rid of real good young guys at guard. Well, 3 years in a row. You count, didn't they have Halliburton too?
I
How you
don't
know they have him now?
I don't know if they have.
Yeah, they had Halliburton at
Yeah,
one
they had
point.
Halliburton. That's where he got drafted to.
Yeah. These
But why would
dudes,
they draft him when they already got a point guard that he's not better than?
again, and they just got rid of another sweet ass guard they had last year. Or they still kept him, but he undersized too. These dudes
De'Aaron
are
Fox.
wild. Huh? They got
Talking
De'Aaron Fox and
They got Kevin Herter, which he's 6'7" at shooting guard. Devin Carter.
De'Aaron Fox is not undersized. De'Aaron Fox is the perfect size for point guard.
And they got, I think you're talking about Malik Monk too.
yeah, Malik Monk was a 6 man of the year. They got him starting now.
He can play.
Did somebody say the one dude that they got, Keegan Murray, isn't he a hooper this year?
And they got that Sabalo guy.
That's how I don't see how they losing. They got a person that you can't keep off the boards. You got two guards you can't stay in front of. I don't understand.
I don't get it either. They got a lot of good talent here.
I mean, I know you can't beat OKC, and they in your division, unfortunately, because they the Supersonics, like I said earlier. But everybody else, right? Everybody else in that division, you really should be able to mop up, and that's the truth of the situation. With that team, you should be able to beat the shit out of the Lakers, the shit out of the Clippers, the shit out of the motherfucking Suns. Maybe not Denver, but you should be able to beat them here and there. But other than that, I really don't see how they like losing games.
Oh, it was that dude, Davion Mitchell, that they had. A little young cap that was on fire last season. They traded him away unless he hurt. Oh, he in Toronto now. Yeah, man, fuck them Kings, man. Fuck that.
The Kings is playing like how you think the way Golden State is playing. They're playing identical.
But everybody plays like them nowadays, it seems like.
Copycats.
No, I'm talking about catching them fades out there.
Oh. They got the big boy. He should be hooping. Everybody and mama was trying to trade for them, wasn't they?
Yeah.
Who?
Old boy for the Kings. The big dude.
Sabonis?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can't keep him off the board.
He's averaging 20.8 points and 14 rebounds. Yeah.
6 assists. Yeah, he a poor man's Jokic.
That's what I'm saying.
You poor man, Jokic.
I don't see how they're losing.
We'll see how they do tonight against the Warriors.
More like a healthier Caucasian Anthony Davis. Just not a shot blocker, but everything else though.
Yeah, 60% field goal and he shoot threes. So yeah, man, that dude is nice, man. Damn. All right, what we got next?
Up next, let's get to these highlight games on Saturday. Would be the Nuggets versus the Timberwolves, Celtics versus Mavs, and Lakers versus Warriors. Now, I don't know.
That boy is big.
That I said they're marketing this as Rivals Week, but to me, none of these are really too big a rival.
I don't care about the Lakers and the Celtics no more.
No, not this year. The Celtics gonna whoop their ass.
Yeah.
Big time.
Up next, though, I want to talk about the NBA is going to Paris.
Oh, shit. Really?
I like that.
Oui.
I like that. You got a lot of players coming from France now. Obviously, that's the wave. French players. Might as well take it over there to them. Clearly, it's a big market.
The Spurs and the Pacers will be playing 2 games over there.
Oh, okay.
On Wednesday, I think tonight.
Thursday and Saturday.
Thursday and Saturday.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, these are only the 4th and 5th games being played over there in Paris. So trying to get some more international eyes on it, which I think is a good idea. Like Reg was saying, there's a lot of foreign players in the league. What did you say?
Do we need any more Wimbies, though? Isn't one enough?
I don't know. I think it would be crazy if there was another player like Wemby in the league.
No, it wouldn't. No.
Not fair as it is now.
Nope.
But D80, it's a lot of people from France that came up here, starting with Tony Parker.
I don't know what you just
what's
said.
His name? Batum.
Nicholas Batum.
But I mean,
you
got Batum, you got Tony Parker.
That's not what I meant. I was just joking about like 7'8" people.
His brothers is coming. You know that, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what we don't need.
Yeah, he got 2 brothers.
Bro,
I didn't know he had brothers.
Motherfuckers be like 4 months and they feet be hanging out their mama canal in a vagina. At 4 weeks old and
helping her walk.
Man. Come out the womb wearing size 13s, bro. That ain't right. Big ass
Have
ogre.
some kids with some Nephilim or something.
But shouts out to Tony Parker, man. He's like one of the illest point guards that ever do it. That don't get no credit.
Yep.
I would say he's the best. He's the best French player of all time.
Wemby gonna put an end to that.
Where else? Where else should they go if they continue this? Where else do you guys think they should play?
Saudi Arabia, because they're gonna pay a whole bunch of money.
Cleveland.
He said Cleveland.
I don't know if you're talking about overseas. Maybe China. It's a big market in China.
Yeah, they tried to do China, but
got
the whole
fever.
Hong Kong thing caused the issue, so they had to pull back.
It's not a good time for China right now. So.
And to wrap up with NBA, we got to talk about
Arabia.
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking Mexico City.
That's safe.
I think,
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I think Mexico City would be a great place to start.
I mean, if they change the name of the Gulf, that means we may not be able to go down there no more. So we'll see.
But to wrap up with the NBA, we got to talk about the trade deadline coming up the first week in February. So the biggest trades this year are the Lakers trading D'Lo back to the Nets. Man, I like to see him in a Nets jersey. It was always been my favorite team he's played for, but
they just keep doing that man wrong.
I feel bad for him, man.
Did it to himself.
He's got just enough value to get traded, and that's about it.
He's never going to get you over that hump, ever.
And the Warriors
fun to watch when he's fire.
He is fun to watch, man. One of my favorite players to watch when he's hot.
Snakes.
And then we got the Warriors getting Dennis Schroeder from the Nets.
That's a good pickup for them. They need him.
Yeah,
for sure.
A good passer of the ball and a shooter of the three.
They can have him. All right, let's go. Let's do it. NFL. Woohoo.
Playoffs.
GM season.
Killer, what up?
Let's start it off with the Bills beating them hoe ass Ravens. Let's go.
Woo.
Bills Mafia, right, guys? Woo!
Yeah.
I know Grant's happy.
Allen wearing the
They got a tough test though coming up, man. This Kansas City team is no joke. Patty Mahomes is the football son of Jesus God. I don't know, man. He just can't do any wrong for whatever reason, man. So you got
West Ham.
Yeah, you got the Buffalo Bills versus the refs versus the NFL versus the Kansas City Chiefs. So we'll see what happens.
You know what? Turan was only here to gloat.
That's what I'm saying.
I hope y'all win because I want to beat y'all ass. But if not, then you know what? It's all good.
Can we talk about how Ravens fans every year talking about how this year was our year, man? Come on, we should have done it this year. It was our year.
Hey, Lamar Jackson had an MVP season again.
They made some,
disappeared in the playoffs again.
They just made some bonehead plays. They had it this time, but the weather came into play and they made some bonehead fucking plays.
They do it.
They had some drops. They had some fumble. Yeah, but they had it. They just blew it. They just blew it.
And typical the Ravens do what they do.
Yeah.
They do what they do best. Lamar does what he does best.
Lamar was fucking up in the first half a little bit, but he came back in the second half. He didn't make no mistakes in the second half. It was other people. So You win some, you lose some. I think next year, one more time running back. If you don't get it, time to dismantle.
Mhm. New shoes, new shoes, new shoes. Bye bye.
Let's go with the Commanders wiping the Lions.
Bro, I don't even
Man,
want to talk
That's
I
the
about
was
it.
not
shock.
expecting that.
That was the biggest
Right.
upset for me.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, but I'll
Yeah,
take
that was
it.
upset.
I prefer we play the Commanders than we play the Lions anyways.
The Lions defense ain't. I don't know. It's yeah. This should be. I don't know. I don't know what to say because
This could be a good one.
Jalen Hurts is hurt. With him being injured, I don't know what he's gonna do on Sunday or if he's gonna be even able to run. So if that's not the case, I fully expect Jaden Daniels to exploit the opportunities of being on the field, and the Washington Commanders just might win, man.
Hey, how do you mute people on here again?
Uh-oh.
It's like a home game for both teams because trust and believe it's going to be just as many Redskins, Commander fans there as it is Philadelphia. Watch what I tell you.
Sounds like $2,000 fan. NJ Silly. I didn't know she's in the sport. That's kind of cool. All right, that's what's up. Salute.
Well, since we talked about it, let's talk about Saquon running down the Rams.
Oh,
And the Eagles
man.
getting the win.
That was a thing of, man.
Masterpiece.
It's been a while. Like, do y'all remember playing Tecmo Bowl back in the day?
Yeah.
I even remember playing like regular Tecmo Bowl and a Super Tecmo Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And you would have these plays with Barry Sanders. I think it was like the pitch was like up A or up B, whatever. So then you just set the play and then you hit start and just watch that motherfucker score. I mean, you didn't really have to do nothing. It was like an automatic touchdown every time you do it. And I swear, it's just like anytime he gets the ball, you just don't. He can score at any moment, man, and that's crazy being able to see that on the Eagles' offense. I mean, Shady McCoy was great and everything like that, but I never felt this kind of a threat when somebody touched the football. Damn Giants!
Thank you, Giants! Woohoo!
Can't nobody touch Saquon, man. He's too fucking big. He just run your fucking ass over.
Man.
I mean, I swear to God, every offseason, I swear to God, he hits a new PR when he's weightlifting. I've seen this dude squat 600 on a rack more times than I can fucking count.
Wow.
Like,
it's nothing.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, Jesus
Bro, we
Christ.
got the two best running backs in the NFL, Saquon and Jalen.
Jalen can't run. I'm trying to tell you.
He's hurt right now, but when he run. They both be squatting like crazy.
All right, watch come Sunday. I'm like, man, why he ain't running?
I know he hurt, and man, he know. You know what? I'm being good. I'm gonna call it out. I'm being chicken all the time.
Travis Henry and Foster Carter are better running backs than well, not better than him, but they definitely better than your quarterback. Baltimore's 1-2 punch.
Derrick Henry ain't better than Saquon.
I feel like they kind of even, but it's a big difference in the quarterback. One we know is a way better runner, right?
Yeah, of course.
And one's still in the playoffs and the other one isn't. So we don't even need to have.
But I still count Lamar Jackson. I still count Lamar Jackson as a quarterback.
But we talked about the Eagles and Commanders. Let's do one more time. Let's talk who we got for the Bills and Chiefs.
Bills, man.
Give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, I can't blame you. Tom and Taylor Swift is on your side.
That's what I'm saying.
The Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
You know what? If the Eagles get eliminated, I want the Chiefs to go 3-peat. I want the villain arc to win.
Yes.
I want Mahomes to get his 3-peat. Fuck it.
Hell yeah. If we can't win it, I'd rather be the guy that always wins it.
But can you imagine being a rookie quarterback taking your team to the Super Bowl
That'd be great.
What the fuck is that? Like
That'd be great, except for I don't want it to happen to our Eagles. So fuck him.
No,
let's go.
I dig it. I dig it. I'll be rooting for the Eagles. To be honest with you, I just think the Commanders gonna win.
Man, I swear to God, I need to remember the controls on this damn thing.
No, I'm just saying because Jalen hurt, man. I'm trying to told you. Ain't nobody talking about it, but I'm talking about it. I'm trying to told you.
We not trying to. We not talking about it for a reason. D80.
All right.
You over here got to bring up old stuff. That's
I
old
bring old
news.
shit up all the time. Damn.
This is what hurt me. He can run.
Yeah, okay, that's great.
But then we got two new head coaches with just hiring Aaron Glenn as their new head coach.
Yeah, salute to Aaron Glenn, man. He got in the DEI before they cut it out.
We cut it out. He the last and the last. We got one in the door before they said no more.
Yeah, for sure.
Props.
And then last up, we got Ben Johnson being the new Bears head coach.
I'm sorry, brother.
Hold up, wait. Question: who's gonna get fired first?
I was about to just ask that. Who's gonna last longer?
Aaron Glenn.
What would you say, Reg?
You say Ben Johnson. I'm thinking you're talking about the track and field star.
You know what? I got Ben Johnson last a little bit longer just because he might be able to get sent out of Caleb for like a year or two.
Where is he from?
He's the Lions are offensive coordinator.
Okay. I don't know. Probably Ben Johnson. Yeah, I like that chicken.
Was he for the Lions, right?
Yeah, they're both for the Lions. They lost both their offensive and defensive coordinator.
Right, yeah. I got my money on Ben Johnson lasting a year longer than Aaron Glenn.
Oh, wow. Man, because that Jets owner be firing folks. So, yeah, I'll have to agree. Damn. I wanted to push back against that, but
and he walked in there still having to deal with old boy at quarterback.
Yeah, and that's the issue. Well, I mean, Woody Johnson never said he wanted him back, so we still got to see about that. I mean, and then they're like, well, what about the money? I don't think he cares. The owner doesn't care about the money.
Which is going to fuck him over even more because now he has an owner who doesn't care about the money that he needs to rebuild the team.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Stupid McNoopit.
Yeah. So Ben Johnson's got the better quarterback. So in my opinion, I think, man, he, like you said, that he may be there a little longer.
But that is it for the NFL news.
Woo!
Super Bowl.
To wrap it back up from the beginning, the new female basketball league is called Unrivaled, and it's a 3v3 league.
Yeah,
basically, okay, like the
female
version of the Big Three. Okay,
it was started by Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart.
That's dope.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Women hoopers, get to it.
So they getting paid.
Big names. That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
But for what I'm seeing of the light amount I've been researching is that they might struggle just because they might not feature Kayla Clark. Is our feeling like?
Oh,
they got big names in it though.
Angel research. That's good enough to make some people watch. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it, Angel.
I mean, I know a lot of these girls that are in it, so I might tune in.
You do, but do the average people know them?
Yeah, you got a sports show. That's not fair. You're supposed to know.
If you did know, then I'd be questioning you.
Yeah, we talk WNBA when it's necessary.
Everybody knows Angel.
You know?
Yeah, we do. We care.
It says they're streaming on Max, so if you guys got HBO Max and you see their game, tune in.
Damn, only thing I used to like Max for, no, I'm thinking of Cinemax.
Oh, no.
I was thinking of Cinemax when I used to stay up late and watch it and get to see the nasty movies come on. Woo, Cinemax.
No, HBO Real Sex was.
We used to be broke.
That is true too.
Listen, we used to be broke, right? So you'll turn to the channel and be real blurry. We still used to watch it though. Every once in a while, you'll get it.
Yes, we did. I know I did.
We did the same thing, man.
That's that blurry
I
ass
used to go
shit.
to my grandma's house on weekends because she had HBO. We knew that. We looked at the thing. We saw that Real Sex 12, Real Sex 5.
Yeah.
Oh, we want to spend over grandma's house this weekend. Okay.
Listen, D80, I was just talking about something like this earlier, and guess what always used to happen when we used to get a little opportunity like that? I always would have to pee like a motherfucker.
Wow.
Every fucking time. Man, I used to be racing to the like, man, I gotta piss.
You be sitting there like, fuck, I gotta fucking piss.
What is wrong with you?
Hey, the struggle was real, Big Chicken. Life was hard for us back then, man. UNC 5 had it at the tip of y'all fingers a lot of y'all life.
No, and don't let it be a pay-per-view channel that got a little fuzz to it. You just gotta see something.
I was watching that too.
Yeah.
We was watching it too. Bro, we was like
that blurry shit.
every now and then you'll get like a couple glimpses of it through the fuzz.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah, those are good old days. Yo, shout out to Ren, shout out DJ, shout out Diallo, Godless Reggie, C5D80, Chicken, the whole squad, man. Shout out to DJ for checking in with us. Be on the lookout for dope ass song by C5, Play Your Cards, pretty dope, entertaining, fun song, and an amazing AI video shot by yours truly, D80. Big Cold is Winter. Check out Reggie on his hip hop pod, as well as he is still doing the Godless Reggie, born again atheist. He's out there still all over the place, and he's still alive on TikTok
and the music.
Yep, Trump has saved him.
Listen, though, I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna fucking lie. I don't know how I feel about him right now. I'm mad.
You gotta be
and
the
I'm
greatest
jealous.
president ever, though, bro. He saved TikTok.
I'm jealous right now. Listen, no. He weak, and I'm gonna tell you why. Guess what he gonna do, right? He gonna change the law where fathers can claim, well, whoever pays child support can fucking claim the damn child on the income tax.
Yeah,
bitch, you gonna do that shit 18 months after I get off of child support. You had a whole 4 years before you do this shit. You know how much, man? I'll be balling out here, man. Now you want to do this shit? Fuck you. I should go out here and knock something up just for that.
That's wow. I ain't never in my life, but yo, appreciate everybody tuning in, checking us out. NJ, thank you for always stopping through and showing us. Yo, thank y'all. Big Chicken. Let's go.
Salute.
Big checks, big deposits. I got it. Hey, run that shit up, Trace. Run it up. I got it. Run it up. I got it. Run it up. I got it. Big checks with big deposits. Run it up. 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 Big checks with big deposits. Big bag what I be on. Play the corner like Dion. Hard code like Freon. No time for you peons. Pandemic ain't stop nothing. Apply pressure, I'm job hunting. Risk good, I'ma bop something. Fire on.